right, as you saw from our intro and our title, we are going to be making a puffer jacket using one of my favorite things to use in the winter, the Asian blanket. So a little bit of background about these blankets. So these are just faux mink blankets that a lot of Asian households and Latino households and a lot of other households had growing up. These are really soft and very pillowy, very cozy. So you know it's winter when your parents brought this out and like the temperatures are dropping. This was it. This was the move. So mine growing up, I remember was this like dark blue on one side and like teal blue on the other side. It had flowers on it. Sometimes they have like tigers or some type of animal on it or a peacock. I think I have a picture of it below when I was a kid. I'll put it up here. But yeah, so these are very iconic in our households and are very well known. So I definitely wanted to make something really special with this one. This one I actually got from the Asian grocery store. Yes, Asian grocery stores do have blankets as well. I got this for 60 bucks. It's a king size from the Asian grocery store, which is pretty good deal. You can also get these on Amazon if you wanted to, if you don't have access to an Asian grocery store near you. They are a little bit more pricier online though, just FYI, than if you can get it locally at an Asian grocery store. If you look up faux mink blanket or like Asian blanket, it should pop up. Today's video is actually inspired by a video I saw a couple weeks ago, a creator who had made a hoodie from an Asian blanket. I'll put them up here. And I was like, dude, this looks so comfy and warm and cozy. I want to make one, but I want to make it into a jacket that I can wear outside. I'm super excited to get this project started. I'm also really nervous because I've never made a jacket before. So we'll see how it goes. So this is my trusty jacket that I'm going to be cloning today. I like the fit of this. It's kind of loose and also it's a cropped length, which I really like and has the perfect shape that I want to copy onto this new jacket. So let's trace this onto some wrapping paper. Then we'll use that to copy on to our blanket. I figured out why this was a cheaper option of $50 at the supermarket. This is the mess that's left behind after cutting everything. I have it all over me as well. So the reason why the blanket was $50 is because I didn't realize just two layers of this sandwiched together and there's a wrong side. Yeah. So the real ones, the one that I grew up with, are the thick one layer ones. They're not like this. They're super plush and very high quality, but we get what we pay for. But this kind of works in my favor, so it's not as bulky when sewing. So I actually didn't mind having this for this purpose. But yeah, just know if you're getting a $50 supermarket one like I did, it's probably going to be like this one. Okay, so I have all my pieces cut out. We have two front pieces. And of course, we have our stunning back panel, the collar, and sleeves. I also cut out identical pieces out of some batting. Next, we'll lay the batting piece on the wrong sides together to the corresponding fabric piece. And let's start with the front panel. After pinning, let's sew all around except for one side. We'll keep this side open to stuff the panel on the next step. I'll then mark where I'll sew for the equal segments to make that puffed look. I did mine at 6 inches apart. Next, I sewed all the parallel lines with a straight stitch.
Now to stuff the panel, I'm using a combination of fabric scraps from the blanket that I will cut into smaller pieces and stuffing from an old worn out pillow. Here's how the two front panels are looking like, and it looks so sick already. And now on to the back. For the back, I sewed the top and the bottom and the parallel lines first, leaving the sides open to stuff from both sides, and then I sewed the sides closed. I also sewed the sleeves off camera. I actually had to wear a mask because the fabric was literally flying everywhere in the room. It's day 2 and we'll now sew the pockets. The easier way to install pockets is just to add it into the seam on the side of the jacket, but I like the look and the placement of the welt pockets that we're going to be doing that today. I've never done a welt pocket before, so I'm definitely really nervous, and it looks a little complicated. To make our welt pocket, we are going to draw an angled line to where our pockets will go. Then I'll have a 7 by 16 inch rectangle cut out from our lining fabric with a 2 to 3 inch interfacing on one end. On the interfacing, I drew a 1 by 6 inch rectangle on the center, and then I'll line up the bottom of that rectangle that I drew with the line that I drew on the jacket. Then also along the rectangle we drew, though I don't know how I'm going to get through all of this puffiness. I made it so poofy. Now I'm going to cut the opening with a straight line, leaving about ½ inch on each side to cut into the corner so the cut will look like this. Careful not to cut into the sewn lines that we just did. Then I'll cut off some excess bulk. From here, we'll tuck everything through the opening we just made so that the pocket is on the wrong side of the jacket. And now on the wrong side of the jacket, we'll make the welt pocket. First, starting with the rectangle on the neck side of the jacket, and then we'll pull it forward to the opposite side. Then I'm going to fold it back, but put my hand to leave an inch fold. Then we'll pin it in place. This is what's going to create the outside of the welt pocket. Now we'll make the actual pocket by folding the end of the rectangle and sew it to the other side of that hole we made, and also sew the sides of the pocket closed. Now we have ourselves a welt pocket. We'll also do the same welt pocket on the other front side. So now we can get to start assembling the jacket. I'll place the front panels right sides together on top of the back of the jacket, and we'll sew the shoulder seam. And next we'll sew onto the sleeves. I'll start from the center of the sleeve and sew outward. I can say I definitely struggled to sew and handle this very big, very large puffy jacket, but we got through it. Okay, I think I have to move some of the filling because this is comically large. Yeah, I've definitely removed a good amount of filling. This thing was so puffy, I looked crazy. My last step for the day is to sew the collar of the jacket. Alright, it is day 3 and it's time to finish up this jacket. We are adding the zipper. I have a nylon sport 30-inch zipper here. I'm going to pin this one side in place, placing the zipper right sides together. Then I'll zip the other side to it, and then line that up with the other front panel and sew. Now let's add on the liner. We'll place it right sides together, then we'll sew the zippered sides and the collar. We'll leave the bottom hem open just to turn it right side out. Ensure the zipper teeth are in between the liner and the outer shell. Then we'll turn the jacket right side out, and then we'll close the bottom hem with a straight stitch. Last, we can sew on the sleeves. I folded the outer shell inward first, sewed that in, and then sewed the liner via stitch in the ditch. And I'm sure there was another way to do this, but this is the simplest way I found to understand. And now let's see one more time on how this jacket turned out. Girl, I am telling you, I am obsessed obsessed with this jacket. It is cozy. It is nostalgic. It is girly. It is cute. I could say on a scale of 1 to 10 for warmness, 10 being the hottest, I will give it a 6. It's not too bad. And definitely not for the winterest of winters, but she cute for a little like 50 degree, 40 degree weather. I think that would be good. I'm also so proud of myself for making a jacket for the first time. This was a lot of work, but so much fun to make. I am looking forward to making more cool and fun stuff this year in 2025. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!